Back, crypto family. This is XRP before 10K 10 life edition. Today is 6/19/2025. Man, right now I think let's check the price of XRP real quick. Go ahead and get that out the way, and then I have something really exciting for y'all. I'm about to get in on this too. Like, this kind of blew my mind, honestly, what I'm gonna have to tell y'all. All right, let's look at XRP. Okay, so XRP as of 6/19/25 is $2.16. No reason you should not be buying this dip. But anyways, let's jump into what I wanted to tell y'all about. So, you know, I barely got unbanned on TikTok Live, because last time I was on TikTok Live, I put XRP before 10K, and someone reported my title, and it got put down as misinformation or something like that. But anyways, today I barely got back on my live. I got unbanned, you know, and someone said they wanted to join and talk. So I was like, okay, you know. They joined, and basically they put me on this new debit card. It's called the Fold app debit card, FOLD app. You can download that app, and it's basically like a Chime debit card, but it's by Fold, you know. It's similar concept, right? You don't necessarily, it's not a credit card, you know. You just sign up, they send you the card in the mail, you link your direct deposit. And the reason why I'm telling you guys about a debit card randomly is because with this specific debit card, with every transaction you have, you can get a little bit of Bitcoin back with every transaction you do. So that's pretty dope. And also, they have it to where if you want to put a percentage of your check into Bitcoin, you can. And you know what really blew my mind though, y'all? So every day they give you a chance to spin this little wheel. You know, like those games where you just like press the button and it spins the wheel. So basically they have this this in the app. You get to spin the wheel, but it's pieces of Bitcoin all around this wheel. And every day you get one spin. So I'm guessing every day you get a little bit of Bitcoin just off of that, you know. And you know what they have? One of the little prizes is one full Bitcoin. I'm sure it's going to take like 1 trillion people to try, but the fact that that's even on there, you could spin and possibly win 1 Bitcoin is insane. Like, imagine if you just woke up one day and you had this, right, and you just did it and boom, you just had 100K like that. Like, that's insane. But the reason I'm telling you guys, XRP family, is because me personally, like, Bitcoin's cool and all, but it's not necessarily like what I want to invest in right now. I want to invest in XRP, SHX, HBAR, XDC. Like, that's what I'm doing right now. But I do like Bitcoin. It's just I don't want to put my time into it. So if I could get a debit card to where every time I do like the normal things I do, buy food, etc., and get a little bit of Bitcoin back from that, that's amazing. So I might put a referral code in there. I don't know, like eventually. So if you guys want to, you know, get $5 in Bitcoin for using my referral code, it eventually is going to be in the link in the bio for this Fold app thing. I forgot why I couldn't do it. Why couldn't I do it? Oh yeah, some of my app store is messed up right now, but soon I'm gonna have a referral code in there for y'all. I'll get $5 in Bitcoin, and you'll get $5 in Bitcoin. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, y'all check that out. A Bitcoin debit card. Every time you spend money, you get a little bit of Bitcoin. So that's crazy. But all right, what's been on my mind today? So around the crypto space today, well, it was like the 18th today. I'm just in the morning of the next morning, or of the next day. But basically today, the first XRP ETF in Canada went live. Like, that's insane. Like, I know people are not really going crazy or whatever. Some are, but to me, like, it's all working out. And I'm telling y'all, every day we're slowly getting closer to this $10,000 XRP. Y'all can say what y'all want, but I'm a real spiritual person, and God already told me it's going to go to 10K. But we'll see. Soon y'all are going to be calling me a a witch or something like that, because y'all are gonna be like, how does this dude have so much power? How is he so spiritually connected that he's telling us what God's gonna do for him? God did it. He told us XRP was gonna go to 10K. It did. He told us he was gonna go from tents to tenants. He did. He was gonna meet the love of his life again. He did. Like, soon y'all are gonna start thinking I'm like a witch or like something else, but at the end of the day, I'm 100% God. I'm 100% man. I am a follower of Christ, and that's the only truth, man. That's all it comes down to. I'm not demonic or anything. And man, I want to show y'all. So basically, like, I was dead inside for 9 years recently, and I got saved by Jesus Christ. But in 2019, like, being dead inside hurt so bad that I was begging God to save me, and I literally got a chest that says "Save Me" on my chest. I'll show y'all real quick, but basically, I got "Save Me" across my chest because it's like, I know God's always watching, and if he's watching me, he'll know that I have "Save Me" on my chest. It's kind of like breaking the Matrix type of shit. You feel me? That's kind of how I saw it. But like, yeah. And oh yeah, you guys don't know, but I used to be in a fashion school, and I have a little bit of merch. I might start selling merch again, but this says "I Can't Feel Anymore." It's a Numb Friend X Lore Clayor collab. Lore Clayor is one of my high-end fashion brands. Well, it is my high-end fashion brand. And then this Numb Friend merch, you know, that's just merch. But yeah, guys, we got 4 pages tonight. It's late. I got work, so I don't want to really push myself too hard tonight. But man, this book is nice, y'all. This book is really nice. I like it. Right now, we are reading The Mastery of Self by DOMESTICATION RUIZ. I just tried to send him a message on X to see if he'll follow me, bro. Like, that's the type of people I want to follow me. Like, people that really save my life. But yeah, what the fuck was that? Oh, The Mastery of Self. We're on chapter 2. We're halfway through chapter 2. Understanding our domestication and attachments. Okay, we're on understanding the relationship between domestication and attachment. One second, y'all. 1 second. Hey, if y'all can, in the comments, recommend me some books that have to do with, like, just like stuff like this, like spirituality, mastering yourself, self-love, wisdom, just things like that. I would love it. I appreciate it. But yeah, it says in the example of the soccer fan, which we talked about last night, you know, because basically what happened last night is we were talking about attachments, and there was this soccer fan that was so attached to his team that when his team lost, he killed himself, which is insane. But yeah, in the example of the soccer fan, an attachment arose out of something that was genuinely loved, the game of soccer. The fan allowed his love for the game to draw him into the fog, as he made the game part of his identity and confused his association with the team for who he really was. In the example of the boy and his grandmother, the boy was domesticated to the idea that he must finish all his food, even though the idea wasn't true for him. And as an adult, he adhered to the idea that he should finish his food even if his body is indicating something to the contrary. I feel like a vampire when I say that word. As a result, he is now also attached to the idea. The difference to understand is this. Sorry, y'all. I'm like... Alright, there we go. Hear the birds. Hear nature for once. As a result, he is now also attached to the idea. The difference to understand is this. Attachment doesn't always come from domestication, but domestication left unchecked always leads to an attachment. I see what it's saying. Okay. Here's what the evolution from domestication to attachment looks like. Domestication. You are domesticated to an idea through interaction with others in the dream of the planet. A grandmother domesticates her grandson to the idea that it is a sin not to finish all the food on his plate. Damn. Fuck. Alright. It's hot in here, y'all. Self-domestication. Once this idea is lodged inside you and accepted, it becomes a belief. You no longer need an outside domesticator to enforce this idea. You will do it yourself. This is self-domestication in action. The grandson grows up and habitually finishes all the food on his plate even when he is not hungry. You are now attached to this belief, and depending on how strong your attachment is, your acceptance of yourself and others is contingent upon fulfillment of the belief. The grandson feels guilty if he doesn't finish the food on his plate. He admonishes his friends for not finishing their food, and he domesticates his children to the same idea. Yeah, that is pretty toxic. Like, if you're full, you're full. You feel me? You shouldn't force your kids to eat all their food. Like, you can try to, like, you know, obviously if they're not eating anything, okay. But, like, if they ate most of it and they're actually full, like, you should not, like, punish them, bro. You shouldn't. Alright, attachment. Number 3, attachment. You are now attached to this belief, and depending on how strong your attachment is, your acceptance of your oh wait, I just read that. Alright. As you can see, attachments can often arise from domestication. The irony is that when this happens, you become attached to an idea that you didn't even agree with initially, but only adopted because of domestication. The end result is that without awareness, you would adhere to the idea that aren't even... fuck, bro. My fucking dyslexia, bro. Give me a second. I need to change these colors or something. Because it's like... the point is so more powerful and more important than these words going everywhere when I'm trying to read this. Let's try... Alright, we're back, guys. The end result is that without awareness, you would adhere to ideas that aren't even true for you, as well as push them on others. Domestication and attachment work hand in hand to keep you separated from your authentic self, lost in the fog and smoke, trapped in the drama of the party. This cycle, domestication, self-domestication, attachment, can continue for generations until you transform into a master of self and break the chains. So really, guys, we're trying to break generational curses right now with these books. The Master Your Love and Master Yourself. We're trying to break generational curses. Because once you guys really get this, like, you guys don't even understand, like, spirituality and, like, DNA and things like that. Once you guys really, really get this, like, your soul really gets this, the structure of your whole DNA is going to change. Well, like, no cap, bro. No cap. I just wish y'all knew, like, how powerful learning about self and self-love is. It's so powerful. The following exercises will help you begin to identify your own domestications and attachments. Once you have recognized them, you can then decide if you are ready to let them go or not. Noticing your domestications. Take a moment to look back over your life. What are some ideas that were installed in you as a child that you later discarded as no longer true for you? These could be ideas about education, career, money, and material possessions, politics, religion, or any number of other areas. Remember, the point here isn't to judge or become resentful of those who initially domesticated you to those ideas, but rather to see where domestication occurred and how you broke free. I'm on 10%. Okay, we gotta knock this shit out. Alright, identifying your attachments. Since attachment begins with material possessions, the first part of this exercise is designed to show you the items in your life that you have incorporated into your sense of self. Like me, I should say I'm numb because I died inside, and this is a part of my identity. Now I'm like, I just see myself as numb friend. I'm not numb. I'm actually emotionally intelligent now, which is crazy for me to say, but it's a beautiful thing. Think of an item you own that you absolutely love, something that you wouldn't want to lose. Perhaps it is your car, your home, your money, an electronic gadget, a piece of jewelry, a piece of memento, or even a religious or sacred object. The point is to pick an object that you feel strongly about, something that is tied to your sense of self. Very few people who look honestly and deeply will find that there is nothing in the world that doesn't fit in this description. On a blank piece of paper, write down the item and then answer the following questions. Why do you feel so strongly about this item? What sense of security does this give you? How is this item tied to your identity or sense of self? How does it boost your ego? Are you pleased to show this item to others? Or is it an item you show no one and secretly feel special for having? That's interesting. Does owning it make you feel more attractive than others, wealthier, more secure, more intelligent, or more spiritual? Be careful. Reacting honestly from your current emotions, there is no right or wrong answers. The point is to explore your deeper associations with material things. Now crumble up the piece of paper and disregard it. Close your eyes and imagine that this item no longer exists in your life. How do you feel? What would life be like without it? Who would you be without this item? Now that you have explored the idea of losing this item, ask yourself the following questions. Is this attachment affecting your relationships with the people in your life? Is your attachment causing you to play it safe and not pursue other things that you really want? Can you think of any times when you've altered your actions because of this item? How does this attachment affect your personal freedom? Finally, do you want to keep this level of attachment? Or do you want to decrease it or even let it go? The choice is always yours. As you review your answers, witness the level of fear you experience at the prospect of losing your item. The more acute the fear, the greater the chance that your attachment will lead to suffering if this item is lost. In the dream of the planet, one thing is certain. This item will ultimately collapse, corrode, and disappear. Nothing in the dream lasts forever. Repeat this exercise and pick a person, belief, role, body image, or idea to examine. This could be your position in the home, father, mother, son, or some other capacity you act in that enhances your sense of self. Are you attached to a particular role you play? How do you feel in the role if the role changed suddenly? Are you attached to how you look? What if your appearance changed overnight, just like physical objects, beliefs, and social roles? Even the people in our lives are destined to change or fall away. Who would you be without them? If you are like most people, you will find that you are in different levels of attachment with many items, beliefs, and roles, and those levels can fluctuate. Simply becoming aware of these attachments is a big step in releasing the power over you. The moment you become aware of an attachment is the moment it begins to lose its hold over you. Identifying attachments and imagining their collapse gives you the opportunity to see the authentic self free from any attachment, as ultimately the truth of who you are is much greater than any item, role, or belief. Without awareness or domestication, and attachment blur our perception. Recognizing both allows us to clear the fog and see the truth of the present moment. In the next chapter, we will explore the force that gives domestication and attachment their power, as well as the force that a master of self uses to obliterate it. And this next chapter is called Unconditional Love for Yourself, and that's what we're about to get into next tomorrow. Let me calm down. I'm tired, y'all. Like, my mind is just like bleh. But yeah, y'all, oh, let me put my bookmark in there. Unconditional love for yourself. I'm excited for that one because I've been kind of on like a healing journey for like the last 8 or 9 years. And as y'all can see, like how beautiful my soul is right now. I finally passed all my tests, all my shadow work and my spiritual test and karmic lessons and everything. I've done all the work, and I am at this point a master of self. My spiritual self, my higher body. But yeah, y'all, keep stacking XRP. Like I told y'all, this is the B system, bro. I would not even be surprised if $2 quadrillion ended up on the XRP ledger in the future. And I know that sounds crazy, but we're talking about XRP being at 10,000, 70,000, who knows, maybe 100,000. Just remember, never sell your XRP. Put it in a trust and leverage against it. Please, leverage against it. Get you a cold storage wallet. You know, do that. And if anyone is looking to get a crypto loan, look up Crypto Loan Wyoming LLC. A consultation with them is $200, but you might be able to get a business loan worth $50,000. So check that out. You know, I might be looking into that. It would be a cool little play, man, because I know where this is going. And also, I want to give a shout out to XDC. Look up XDC. It's a crypto. Do your research on it. God bless y'all. I'm going to bed. Good night, y'all.